Hey, what's good, YouTube? It's Junior coming from Alvarado. Go work on the 07 300. They remember last time I put the starter in, show you an easier way to do it. Um, Now, what's recently been happening, well, I got a new vehicle, so I haven't really been driving it too much. But now what's been happening is I've noticed leaks coming out the water pump. And if you know these, the water pump is right inside here, and it's connected to timing chains all in one casing. Pretty much I had a leak on the bolts, on the lower bolts down there. You really can't see them because the belt's blocking it. There's like 3 bolts out there and 1 torque screw kind of right where my finger's pointing at. But yeah, I had a leak and progressively it was getting worse and worse. So like I said, I got a new vehicle, so I parked it, and really driving it too much anymore. After I fixed the starter, decided to take it to work this last couple of weeks, and been noticing the water getting worse and worse to the point that it's leaking out like a steady stream onto the bottom. You really can't see it no more. But with that being said, I really don't got the time or the patience to do this right now and to fix the water pump leak or the bolts leaks around it, because like I said, I got the timing chain done through some kind of mom and pop's greaser outfit. And well, yeah, here's the inside, limited edition. Ain't too nice, but hey, did the job. But yeah, I bought this stuff right here. Now I know these shit's real skeptical, man. I'm really skeptical about using shit like this. I mean, I really don't like shit like this, nor do I think I recommend it for anything. But I mean, I didn't want the car to keep suffering from leaking coolant and putting it in every time I turned it off. So I used it, and it says, I used probably 3/4 of the way. It says it holds 6 gallons. The car, it holds, I believe, 2.5. So I use a little bit less than half, more than half. But yeah, I mean, all under the pan. If you know where the pan's at on these, all under the pan right there. But you kind of see it. All that was leaking, man. I'm talking about puddles of it. And yeah, I used it. It says the instructions to use it for run it for 15 minutes. Also another thing, I don't know if this is pressurized or not. I'm assuming it is because the cap is metal and it has 18 psi on it. So I'm assuming it is pressurized, and it's not even hot no more. Nah, that's good. So yeah, I poured it directly in there. Like I said, I used that much. You can see I used that much. Shook it real well, poured it in there. And the first 5-10 minutes, saying puddle leaking like a son of a bitch. Shit didn't work right. And finally, after 10 minutes, man, I noticed it started to stop. First, I noticed the little torque screws and the screws around it stopped leaking. I was like, oh shit. My dick started getting hard. I was like, hell yeah, this motherfucker gonna work. So I kept doing it, keep watching it, watching my water filler and everything. Sure enough, man, 10 more minutes passed by. It says 15 minutes to let it put, but I still have the car on. It's been well over 30 minutes. And it says 15 minutes, turn it off, and idle engine. But I'm doing what I do. I wanted to cycle fast, so I kept the RPM around 1.5, 2. After I looked at it this time, man, it has completely stopped leaking. Like, I'm talking about, it's like you're pouring water out of a fucking water bottle, how bad it was leaking. And it has completely stopped. I mean, I don't use this shit. I never use shit like this for reasons I don't want to fuck up my motor. But I mean, I'm still in the curing process. I just now got it on it. It hasn't been leaking for a good 10-15 minutes. Good, man. I'm talking about, I'm happy for the results, a temporary fix. Use this stuff, I mean, it was $9 a bottle, I believe. I bought it at Walmart too. $9 a bottle. But damn, man, it surprised the fuck out of me. The only thing I would not use this shit on is if you have water coming out of your exhaust. I wouldn't recommend that. Well, I'm fearing that it might fuck up the blocks. But I mean, the block and everything. I wouldn't, just personally wouldn't use it. I don't like using the shit like this anyways. But hell, it's a third car that we have. I hardly ever drive it. Seeing what happens. What's gonna happen with it. But I mean, damn, man, I can't believe how it worked. I mean, the motherfucking shit was leaking bad, man, bad. And to not leak at all anymore is a miracle. But I mean, I'm gonna turn it off, let it cool down, like I said, because I'm supposed to turn it off after 15 minutes, let it cool down. Like I said, I ran it until it stopped leaking. I'm gonna turn it off, let it cool down, and I'm gonna turn it back on and see what the result is. But damn, man, this shit right here, man, works some motherfucking wonders. Hopefully, if you're in the situation that I'm in, with the water pump bolts leaking, like I said, my bolts were leaking. The actual water pump weep hole wasn't leaking, just the bolts that connect around there. And I'm assuming the RTV or whatever sealant they used didn't hold. You know, it's starting to come off. But yeah, man, this shit worked like a miracle. And if you use it, try it. If not, well, put a whole new fucking water pump in and see how hard that shit is. Like I said, take your time, smoke a blunt, get it done.